The Gesture has become Steelcase's flagship chair. It is the #1 chair that is ranked on all sorts of lists. I unfortunately don't have it quite as high as the Leap. I do like the Leap a little bit more, but the new version that we have with the headrest, I absolutely love this chair. In my opinion, it's the best headrest out of all of the high-end chairs, and it's not even close. I don't love the Gesture seat, how it kind of tilts a little bit forward and it's a little bit thin in the back, but I love the rest of the chair. I think the backrest is incredible. The arms are great. It's one of the most well-made chairs on the planet. And Steelcase, I mean, you're buying from Steelcase. It's got the best policies in the world. So this is an easy A for me, and if you throw that headrest on there, it's an A+.
Well, you might get some hate from around the world because I know that in their APAC region, they don't necessarily have as great policies. But here in the States, for sure, they're absolutely ridiculous. And their build quality for their chairs is really good too. So I'm pretty much like exactly where you are though, Ryan. I mean, there's a lot that I wish I liked more about this chair. The headrest is incredible. The armrests, of course, are what they are. These things are like nothing else you'll ever use. And the only problem for me really comes down to the fact I like more lumbar support. I think some people will still find it to be plenty, but I like a lot of lumbar support, and I can never get used to the seat pad. It's the biggest drawback for me on this chair, and it's the reason why I don't use it ever. So I think for a lot of people, though, they will love it, and their policies, again, when you put it together, I go B+. I actually give this a bump. I go from B- in comfort with all their policies, the build, what I think you're getting with the chair, I go to B+.
Yeah, there's so many amazing things about this chair, but then those couple little things that kind of bring it down for me. Ryan mentioned that seat pan, how it has a little bit of this like down tilt. You kind of feel like you're sliding off the front a little bit. The other thing is I've always found that the armrests feel like my arms are sliding out like off the sides. Don't love that either, but yet there's so many other things I absolutely love. Like I do really like the backrest. For me, it's enough lumbar. That headrest, again, like Ryan says, is just amazing. The only headrest I maybe like better is if you go third party with a Atlas headrest on an Embody or Aeron or something. So I'm going to go A. Again, I'm even higher with that A because of all those policies.
All right, we got potentially the most iconic chair in the world here. We got the Aeron, and this is the newest version. It's not the classic. It's the up-to-date version. It used to be called the remastered. Now it's just the Aeron. But this is an incredible chair. I don't love mesh seats. I'm known kind of as a mesh seat hater, and this isn't one of my favorite mesh seats, and it's the biggest reason why I just can't sit in this chair all day long. So that would be my one knock on the chair. But everything else on the chair is absolutely ridiculous. These chairs last forever. If there's a chair out there that might last longer than a Leap, it's the Aeron. You get really good policies. Aside from their new return policy with the added fee, I don't love that, but it's Herman Miller. You're getting one of the most well-made chairs on the planet. The recline, the arm comfort, the back comfort. I really love the Posture Fit SL lumbar support. I really can't complain about anything on the chair other than the fact that I don't absolutely love the seat. But even like the headrest, you can solve the headrest problem by adding an Atlas headrest. So it's really, really difficult for me to keep a chair as well built as this, as iconic as this, as comfortable as this in every spot except for one spot for me out of A tier. And so I'm going to be at an A tier on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think like Ryan said, I mean, it's hard not to just really think that this chair is one of the best built chairs ever made. And the newer version, I just don't see how it's going to be any worse than the original. I guess some people get and complain a little bit about that plastic being free in the base, but honestly, it's so much quieter that I think it's an upgrade personally for me because the other ones were so annoying. The seat pad on it, that is my only drawback really for me personally, just because I still just don't love the seat pad longer term. I can't sit in it for longer than like 4 or 5 hours, and if I do it for a week long, I will feel it, and it's just I have to get back out of the chair. It's a bit restricting with the side bolsters too, so that's why I have this thing around a B-, which is a huge upgrade from the F tier that I give the Classic. So that's a big swing in the right direction. But their build quality, the fact that you see these chairs out there 30 years old, I mean, I have to give it one of the biggest boosts that you can just when you go overall in this chair. So I'm going to go A-.
Yeah, even though the price is high, the value is definitely there. Like Greg said, you're just going to be able to know that you can have this chair for years. So what I love about it is it has so many things that are the top in any chair that is out there. So the arm pads, they're the best of any chair we have in the room here. The lumbar support, I'd put that definitely close to the top. I also would put the mesh. It has the best quality mesh of any chair. Add the Atlas headrest. That's one of the best headrest combinations. And finally, the recline, easily to me is the best. I'm still not going to quite go S tier, even though I think I have put this as S in the past, only because of those bolsters on the side. I found that I do really like to sit in other positions, and the Aeron doesn't let you do that. So I'll go S-.
Rounding out the list, we have the BTOD Lamia. So this is the opposite of the AMEEP that we talked about earlier. This is going to be your Leap frame and backrest with your AMIA seat. Now, for me personally, this is going to be a downgrade to the Leap, just because I do think that the Leap seat is more comfortable than the AMIA. So for me, I had the Leap in S tier, and then I actually put the AMEEP in S tier as well because it had the Leap seat. I'm going to do the same thing for the Lamia. I get that it has a seat that I don't like quite as much, but the discount that you're getting on this chair, because it's only sold as refurbished. You can't buy this from Steelcase. To buy it from Steelcase, you'd have to buy a Leap and an AMIA and take seats and swap them, and you'd be spending $2,000 or more. This chair costs, less than $1,000 by a big margin, and you're going to get what I would consider to be one of the most comfortable chairs on the planet with a ridiculous warranty, free returns, the whole shebang. So the price that you're paying, the value that you're getting out of the chair, it can be nowhere other than S tier for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one who created the chair. This is my favorite chair still of all time. I love the AMIA seat just because of the design. It's just a little bit different in how they designed the actual pad compared to the Leap seat. So it's a personal preference for sure. But I do love the Leap frame. It's just so widely adjustable. You got the awesome lower lumbar support. And again, the flexibility in the backrest paired with those arms is incredible. This chair for me, I think everybody knows where I end up with this. The only drawback to putting the AMIA seat on this frame is that you can't quite get all the seat depth on there. So if you need to tuck it in real tight, if you're a little bit shorter, that might be one drawback. But for me, it's perfect, fits me perfect. And so I'm going to continue to go and say this is God tier. This thing is absolutely perfect comfort-wise. And then because we've extended the actual return policy out to 60 days, it's longer than all the major manufacturers. You're getting free returns and a 12-year warranty that matches Steelcase. So I don't see how you can go wrong.
Yeah, for me, when you break down all the parts of this is just such a highly rated in every area. I love the seat. I do prefer the AMIA seat over the Leap seat. It still has that flexibility, but gives a little extra cush, especially in the back of the seat there. I really love the backrest of the Leap. This is all A-tier parts. Also, those armrests are amazing. So put that all together. It is a comfort. And then you give this the price of having it under $1,000 for A or even S-tier comfort. This has to be S-tier overall for me. If you want to see how we rank all of the most popular chairs, head over to BTODtv to see our full office chair tier list. Click the link in the description.